Today, I'll show you with a macro lens visually how deep I penetrate the skin while tattooing and the mistakes one should avoid. Additionally, I'll demonstrate in which layer of the skin the ink should be placed, the needles I'm currently using, and what to watch out for with different skin types. If you don't go deep enough, the color will only reach the top layer of the skin, the epidermis. Conversely, if you go too deep, the color reaches the lowest layer of the skin, the subcutis, leading to a blowout. The needles should penetrate the top layer of the skin and then push the ink into the so-called dermis, a leathery layer that sits about 1 to 2 millimeters below the skin surface, depending on the skin type. This is what happens when you go too deep. As you can see, 2.5 millimeter is clearly too deep, resulting in a blowout and a disappointed client. Even though the needle protrudes 4 millimeter from the needle module, I don't press it all the way into the skin, allowing me to work with precision and feeling to create precise lines. Here I'm tattooing with a 7-round liner, 0.3 millimeters. I must say I'm extremely satisfied with my new needles, by far the best I've ever used. This is what happens when you go too shallow. If the tattoo is too shallow and only penetrates the epidermis, the color can fade or appear uneven. Ultimately resulting in an unhappy client. Additionally, individual skin characteristics can play a role, as certain skin types allow the needle to penetrate deeper than others. How do I recognize if a tattoo is too deep? The signs that you've tattooed too deeply are usually observed after the tattooing process. These signs might include scars, blisters, or inflammation. Because we always want satisfied customers, I'll now show you how deep I go to ensure perfection. The depth varies depending on the skin type and location, ranging between 0.5 and 1.5 millimeters. In areas where the skin is very thin, such as the elbow or ankle, I don't go as deep, unlike on a thicker area like the thigh, where I might go deeper. Makes sense. Now, let me demonstrate another mistake you should try to avoid. If you insert the needle into the skin abruptly without a smooth entry and exit, it can lead to an unintended black dot. The right approach is to enter gently and exit gently. When continuing the line, it's the same process: gentle entry and again a gentle exit. Explaining this topic isn't straightforward, but I'll demonstrate how I do it and have been practicing for many years in the field. If I've made mistakes, feel free to write them in the comments or share any suggestions for improvement. Even medical students are welcome to provide